Hello, 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 everybody. This is the Beach Trader, and man, didn't we predict right today? We started out in the morning. We said it was going down. This is US30. We were right here. It kind of went down. It went down at first. We could have got out at 300 profit right here, 300 pips, but then it shot up and it went way up here. And then when it was way up here, I told everybody to get in. When it was way up here, I told everybody to get in and take it down. We took it down to about this red line. That's what we created this red line for. That was about 400, 500 pips. I told you to get out. It started stalling right here. I told you to get out. And then I told you to get back in when it gets down here and hits this green line. Look what happened when it hit this green line in the red line. I said, get in the middle of here in the morning, and look what happened. It shot up, right? So I ended up getting in. This is about 7:30. I got in down here, right? And look what the bot did. The bot said to buy right here. So the bot told us to buy. I got in right here in between these two. Like I say, I am the bot. But right here, it shot up, and I got out. When do you think I got out? At the red line. So I got out, and then guess what happened? It went back down, and it went all the way down to this red line. And I told myself that I wasn't going to get in the middle. I said I'm going to get in if it goes past this red line this time because I'm already done trading. So this happened at 10:30. It hit this green or this red line. I got back in, and I got out up here. I got out like this area right here when it started stalling out. I could have waited for it to go up higher, but I got out right here on two trades. I took it with two different accounts. This trade is like a trade that I couldn't ignore. I was like, man, there is no way. I already know because it did that right here, and it couldn't even reach with these three. But every time it went down to this level from this area to this area, it shot back up really quick. So I ended up getting that trade, and I got this trade from the bot trade. And then we also got this down trade right here. And then if you would have just took the first trade that I said that to sell right here in the morning, guess what happened? All you would have had to do is wait a couple minutes, and it went way down. You would have made a lot of money from that initial trade. So everything that we did worked out the way we want. Let me show you. I'm going to do a little funny thing for you guys. Let's see a trend line, okay? So this is where we started. Okay, so this is our second trade right here. So we took this trade. It went down all the way to here. Okay, we're out. Then the next one. We took this trade right here, and it went all the way up here, and we're out. Let's make this green. That means we took a buy. And then guess what you guys could have did? See, I already told you that it was going in a range motion. It was just going up and down. So you guys could have took this. You didn't have to get out that far, but let's say you got out right here in the middle because we knew it was going to go back to the middle. Now, and then the last trade I took was this trade right here. Going back up. And I got out right around here. So this day's been real simple. It's just down. First it started right here. It went down 400 pips for us. We could have got out when it stalled out. Then it shot up really quick. And then once it was up here, I said to take it down again. That was our second trade. And then the bot basically told us when to get in right here. So we could have got in right here at this instant, went back up with the bot. I didn't even have to be here. The bot was telling you what to do. And then it went down because you already have the red lines, and you guys already know what I was looking at. It went down when it hit the red line that we already had earlier. It went all the way down here, and then you took it all the way back up, and guess what happened? It hit the red line again, and guess what it's doing? It's going back down now. Now, should you take this trade going down? No, because it really wants to go up. So what you want to do is wait for this trade to go down in between this green and red line later on today and go back up. That's what you want. So that was very, very simple. There's a W pattern right here. That's a W. That means that we're winners. Winner, 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 chicken dinner. You guys, no problems here. We already knew what was going to happen because of the NOS was going up. Look, the NOS is going up. And the SPX 500 is going up. The NOS is going up. So what do we think is going to happen with the US30? It's going to go up. But what we had is this pattern right here in between this red line and the green line down here. We said this is where it likes to be. This is the area that it wants to be in. So now we know that it tends to be in there. And that's why we can figure out that if it goes under there, it's going up. If it goes over that, it's going down. But this really wants to break out. You see this breakout right here, and it was forced to break back in right here from the Bollinger Band. It just went up way too high. It was forced to go back down. And you see when it hit the bottom of the Bollinger Band here, it shot up really fast. So we're looking for this red to go back down. It might hit this level. It might hit the green. It might even hit back down here. But what we want to do is only take this up, only take it up. Let's be one-way traders, unless it pops out really fast out, and then we could hit that pullback, what it's called. That's what we did early in this morning after it went up so fast. You guys, but remember the holidays. Walmart's going up, and as you see, it's been going up all day. The bot called it going up all day. All day the bot's been calling it going up. Shame on you if you don't have the bot and you didn't take this trade right here for Walmart. Let's look at Tesla. Tesla was like in the middle road, but the bot called it going up, and now it's up. We had that one. Amazon, what did Amazon do? Amazon went up. We called this going up today. Here it is, a trade from the bot saying it's going up. What did it do? It went up right here. Yesterday, we had a bot trade saying it's going up, and it started way high. So we already had that. Then you got Apple. What is Apple saying? The bot had Apple going up. Win. The bot had Apple going up. Win. Shame on you if you're not using the bot trading without me. You know, it's fun to trade with me, but it's fun to trade without me with my brain on the indicator. It just makes sense. All right, you guys, God bless. Hopefully you guys won with this. Hopefully you're super excited. Tomorrow we're going to have our end of the week cap off. And the end of the week, when we do the Thursday trading, what happens? That's more team participation. It's more of what have people learned, and maybe somebody else could pick a trade and let's see how theirs does. You don't have to trade money on their people's picks, but let's win together on the great picks. All right, you guys have a great day. See you later. Hello, everybody. We're always going to start out looking at the news. We had some big news right here at 5:15 in the morning. The ADP non-farm employment changed. And we see that, wow, previously it was 184 that was down. They forecasted 152 and it went all the way down to 146. So actual greater than forecast is good for the currency. So think about how bad that is for their currency. Goodness gracious. Let's see, October 30th, it was 159. And it went up. So it was 159. It was forecast to be 110 and go down, and it went way up last month. This is a monthly thing. But then this month it went down. It's pretty. Automatic data processing. Estimated change in the number of employed people during the previous month, excluding the farming industry and government. So that's pretty bad. So the month before, it was 233. That's almost 100,000 more people were employed for last month, the month of October, than it was for this month. Wow. But this is a slow month for jobs and everything. And then what you want to do is you want to look and sometimes, read the articles about it. So this is an article on it. Employment rate, private sector employment increased by jobs in November. So the annual pay was up 5%. That's a good sign right there. But this is bad news for the economy. So if you look at the Euro USD, this should mean that it would be going up. Let's look at Euro USD. Wow, it went down. Look at this right here. This is when the news hit right here, this big, it went down really fast for, this is the US30, but let's look at Euro USD. Should have went up, but it actually went down. It happened right here. It started right here. It went up real fast, and then now it's still going down. So it really didn't even affect the USA. It kind of was good for the USA. That's what happened on the market. Right here, the Dow Jones went down really fast and then went right back up. Ooh, let me see something. That was kind of different. Yeah, it went down fast. Actually, I should have been up for this news. It started here, 14,890. So it went down $120 on the US30 and then shot right back up. That was pretty big event. Let me see. How big was that? Yeah, see, in 1 minute it went down 1,500 and then shot back up. Yeah. We don't want to trade the news though, because the news is too crazy because nobody knew if it was gonna go up or down. Just people in like politics, like Nancy Pelosi would have won on that. Nah. Like that's how these people get rich in the government because they know before the report's gonna come out, so they could have traded that. If you had an inside source, they call it the secret handshake. Yeah, inside trading basically. But you got to be careful because this could have wiped somebody out. If somebody thought it was going up and it went down that fast, that would have wiped out your trade. Well, you could just look at the trend while it's going down and jump in. Yeah, nobody could hear you. You don't got your thing. Yeah, so I used to take everybody and I used to news trade with them. The best news trading is gonna happen on Friday. It's once a month, the first week of the month on Friday, and that's the unemployment for the month. And that's the big event. That's gonna shake up, but any of these red events you can get paid from. So like the simplest way to trade this news right here would be whichever way it would go. Let's say it shot down really quick right here. On the way back up, you could have traded it going back up because you know that it's so far out of these Bollinger Bands right here, this blue line on the bottom, that it's going to probably pop back in, right? But sometimes it just keeps on going down, down, down. That's what happened right here. See, this news event made it go down on the Euro USD and it's just kept on going down. So if you would have predicted it to go back up, you could have got stuck in it. And just so there's another way to trade this too. And I used to help people like make you can make big money doing this, right? You could do, and there's videos of people doing this through our academy where I showed them how to do it. But what you would do is take a trade both ways. You could take a trade both ways. You would have probably made about, if you would have did it the way that I was teaching, you would make about $10,000 right here. So you would have $1,000 in one account, $1,000 in another account, and then you take $1,000 going down and you take $1,000 going up. And what would have happened was the one that you predicted to go up, you would have had a stop loss and you would have only lost probably like $300-400. But the one that you predicted going down, you would have made about $10,000. And then you would have got out the trade. You would have had to get out the trade really fast. It went down here. You would probably get out, when it starts going back up, like right around here, you would have got out and you would have made $10,000. You would have lost like $300-500. But that's how you trade the news. You have to go both ways, and it works. It's easier to do on prop accounts because prop accounts you can make a whole lot of money because you can leverage more money than just your regular own account. So this US, I mean, man, the way the US 30 went down here, And now you see the opening bell is far away. It's like, it feels like, we need to take this US30 down today. Because you can see right here, every time it gets to this level right here, it hits and it goes down. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. So 7 times it hit this little area and went back down. And I think that's the all-time high of the US30. Anyway, let me see over time. Yeah, see, this is the highest the US30 ever been. It's never been this high, ever. So we're basically today at an all-time high of the US30 in history. The US30 has never been this high. We're looking on the day right here. So we go back to the 15-minute candle. You can see every time it hits this all-time high right here, it goes back down. So we will want to take this down today. But we want to also look at like this heat map and see, why does it keep on hitting highs? Like, what's the reason for that? Let's see here. Because there's like a reason why it keeps on hitting this. And it might be like Nvidia. Nvidia is like the thing this is called a heat map. And what we're looking at is all these top stocks. These are the top 30 stocks in the United States. They're called the US30 together. So we're trying to see, like, why is it so high? And right now in the last hour, there's not that much movement. And now we're going to look at the last 4 hours and we see Apple's up, Nvidia's up. But we got to remember that all these stocks right here aren't even really working on the stock market until the opening bell. And that's why the opening bell at 6:30 matters so much, because that's when the money starts going into these, or money is taken out of these stocks. So let's look at the last 24 hours is a real way we look at it. So we see Apple went up 1%, 1.5, or 1 and then Nvidia did, Amazon did. And you're looking for P&G went down 2.38%. Visa went down. McDonald's went up. Walmart went up. But as you look, you can now see what I'm always telling you, that, probably 6 of these stocks right here are bigger than all the other 30 combined. So if we look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Home Depot, Walmart, Amazon, Microsoft, Apple, and Nvidia, if you put those boxes all together, it makes up more than half of the weight of all the 30. So 5 are stronger, half as strong as all the other 25. So we really have to be concerned about those 5, because those 5 are going to make the market move. And another thing is, when you're saying 1.3, that means that you got this whole box of Amazon, but then you have to add 30% more to Amazon. So 30% more to the Amazon might be, just that 30% might be like a Walmart and a Home Depot together for 30% more. So then you would add more green to this map in your mind. Or 1.28, we would have to do like 30% of this box right here would be about right here. And then you have to add that over here. And so with these 5 going up more than 1%, let's say Naveed went up 2%. Well, then you would have to use 2 of these green boxes would fill up. And so when PG has 2.38, then you would have to basically do 2.5 boxes. So this box, and then you'll put another box down here, and then 38%. So then you look at the whole map. Is it red? It's going to go down. If it's green, it's going to go up. So right now we see that it's green. The big guys are green. Microsoft is nothing. It's just in the middle. So you would discount this whole box. But if you think about it, this whole thing would be more green than red. And so that would make it go down instead of up. So that was the last 24 hours, the performance of the last 24 hours. So in the last 4 hours, Apple's up, Naveed's almost up 1%. So that's a good sign. And this is the reason why were reaching all-time highs is just this company right here in Amazon, because they were the ones that were added this year to the US30. This was just added when Trump took office. So Trump took office and Nvidia was added to the US30. So that's what made the US30 shoot up, because this was not here before. And they took out, I think they took out Walgreens. They took out Walgreens and added Nvidia. They took out, I think it was like JetBlue, and they added Amazon. But they added Amazon in like February of this year. So with these two being added, and the ones that were taken out were so much littler, it just made the US30 just skyrocket. You know, here we are, we're at an all-time high again. This is an all-time high. Every time it hits around this area right here that it's going to right now, it falls down. So, you know, we could have already put in our trade right here. So you're saying, like, what is the trade area? But since it's still going up, you have to put a stop loss, because you don't know, it might just keep on going up. But right here, it looks like there's some kind of like barrier. And it might, you know, it might only be sellable for just, you know, when we're in here right now, and when the bell hits 6:18 right now, you got about 12 more minutes. But, you know, it just hit that line right here. We just witnessed it hit the line and it went back down. So there's some kind of resistance. This is called a resistance to this area right here. And that's why it's coming down. And then we see there's a big type of support that's been built up for the last couple of hours, and it's like right here. This is where the support is. That's where the candles end at. See these wicks? These are called wicks, and they just, you know, they're going to go a little bit higher or a little bit lower. But where are the candles? Where is it starting at? Where is it ending at? And this is the area that it's ending and starting at. Let's look at it from a 5-minute perspective. So these are 5-minute candles. Each one of these candles are 5 minutes now. And what we see is the bot had this right here. The bot had the news. So if we were up right here at 5:50 when the bot got the news, and it shot right down. So the bot told us to sell. That's the 90% strategy. The bounce strategy told us to sell right here. So we could have made like some big money just on listening to the bot. And then look what the bot told us to buy right here, you know, at the line right here, and it went up. The bot told us to buy right here, and it went up even higher. This is in the middle. The bot told us to buy right here. Look at this buy right here. The bot told us to buy, and it was just going up for hours right there. So the bot told us to buy right here. It went up, buy, buy, buy. Every time it went up. That's on the 30 or 15 minutes. Let's see what else we got. We got some more buys that we could have won. So this is how simple it is to trade when you have a robot like this telling you to buy right here, it went up, buy right here, it went up, right? Sell right here, it went down. Buy right here, it went up. So, and these are the different time frames that you could get, you know. So whatever time frame you're picking up here means that you could trade for that time frame, or 3 times that amount is the average. That time. So we're looking at each one of these candles right now is 4 hours worth of time. So if it told us that it's going to go up, it went up for 4 hours. Now let's look and see how much we could have won just off of this trade right here, going up to right there. That's 2,258 pips. It doesn't look like that much because we're looking at the higher time frame. We were looking at a lower time frame before. So let's go to like 1 day, and then you'll see that you could make crazy money if you just wait for these trades. Like going down right here on 1 day, and it went all the way to right here. That's 14,000 pips it went down. So if you had $1 on this trade right here, you would have made $14,000. But you would have been in the trade, see, for 7 days. This is 7 days of a trade. Right? It told us to go up right here. If you look right here, it told us to go up. And now it's been going up for 2 days. That was the last trade it took to go up. and it went up 3,500 pips in one day. This is the time frame, and it's still going up. So now if we look right here at the 15-minute candle, and let's say we got in right here when it said to go up, and it ended up going up all the way right here. This is 1,300 pips right here, and that's 11 hours worth of time. So you got to understand the time frame. We seen this hit right here. We called a sellout. I put the line. We seen it hit in real time, and it just went down when it hit that line. You know, so we should have already took that trade. It already started going down. We got on the call, and the trade was like right here. And then we seen if there was a resistance. We put the line, and it hit the line when we were in the call, and it's been going down ever since. So when the opening bell happens, this might go back up here and touch again. And when the opening bell happens, it's probably going to shoot down. But, you know, it hit. We got to look at something too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 10 times it hit this line or came really close to hitting the line. So eventually it's going to bust out of the line. And basically we're doing a pullback right here. So we're trading this to go down. We're trading it when it's going to breathe. It's going to breathe to go down, right? Because it can't just keep on going up constantly every day, all day. It's not, that won't work, right? That's not trading. It's like there's an energy. Energy always makes it go up and down, up and down. It's like a wave. That's how the world works. You know, in energy is in waves. So it's going to go down because it has to breathe. And it went down really fast right here and shot back up so fast. But, you know, it's probably going to end up going down here, this area, when the opening market happens. It's probably going to end up going down here. And then eventually it's going to keep on going up and knock this little barrier off. And probably, you know, tomorrow it might be up here somewhere in the trade, because the US30 is so strong. And that's why I tell people, like, if you have a lot of money you want to invest, you want to trade this at a bigger rate, because it's going to go up. For the year, it's going to be going up. If we look at the day, this is what happens in the day, right? This is September 9th right here. Let's just start right here. So each one of these candles is worth a day. This would be September 24, and you look down, or September 27. You look down here at this gray thing on the bottom of this perforated line. So if you see, it was at $40,000 on September 9th, and now we're at $45,000 in December 8th. But what you see, if you would have got in right here, it goes up, 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 and then it had to breathe. So it breathed right here, right? And then it shot right back up. After it breathed, it shot right back up really quick and got all that ground back that it was breathing, because it really wanted to go up. And then it started going up again, and then it had to breathe and go down for a little bit, and then all of a sudden it shot back up over that, right? And now what area does it look like it's going to do? It looks like this area right here, it started consolidating, and it's going to go down. It's going to do one of these right here. It's going to do something like this, or it's going to do something like this. So that's what we're looking at. This is the area where it looks like it's going to start falling down. Maybe it'll fall down to like right here, half of what it did last time, or back to right in this area, because look at it right here. So it started going down right here. Boom, right? This was at the top. It fell down. Then it went up faster than the top of this. Okay. And then where did it go back down to? It went back down to the top of the last one. So there was a resistance right here. And let me draw this out real quick. So there's a resistance right here. When it hit right here, this red lines are always resistance. So when it hit right here, right, there was a resistance. It kept on coming to this point, and then it went down, right? And then it shot through. This is called a breakout. When it breaks out of the last time high. Okay, it broke out right here, and it kept on going up. right? And then what did it do? It went back down and breathed and went where? It went back to the all-time high of the last one before the breakout. Okay. So then it hit that. And then what happened? It shot back up higher than what it was before. Now it's higher, you see? So where do we think this is going to go back to? Well, this area right here is usually going to go out where it topped out last time. So this is where it topped out last time. So where we're at right now should get down to about right here. So I'm going to probably get down to right here, a little bit lower, because you'll see like one day or 2 days, it will pop out of that resistance. It'll go a little bit lower than, you know, the top of the last one. And then it's going to shoot back up and get out of there. So that's what we're looking at. Because why? Because it keeps on happening over and over and over again. We see it. Right here. Here goes the top right here. It went back down. Right. And then it got an all-time high again and shot back up. And then where did it go? It went back down to that area where it was topped out again. So that's what we're looking at. That's from a big perspective. So now we've seen it was going to go over here. We could have already had traded. It's 3 more minutes to opening bell, but we could have already traded this to go down right when I put the line here, and it went there. So when I put the line here, that's when you're making your trade, and you're getting in at this area. You're setting up, you know, your trade. And it won't even take the trade until it hits that area. You could set up a trade on your sway markets to say this number right here, 44922. When it hits this number, then take the trade to sell. And so like Dave's been trading with me for years. Pablo, you know, there's videos in the back office how to do that, how to take trades like that. Basically set up a trade. And so you don't have to sit there and wait for it to hit it and then push the button and trade. You could actually set the trade up automatically and say that you want it to sell when it hits this number right here. And so they might already be in the trade because they basically knew that this was the area to get in the trade, and it went all the way down here. So they could have already, you know, got out of their first trade before the market even opened. And now they're probably waiting for it to go and hit that area again. See, it went down 300. So if it goes down 300 and starts pulling back, you might want to get out at 300 or 250 or anything like that. But now you're ready to take another trade because it looks like it's going to probably go back up before this 3 minutes and hit this line. And then we want it to go back down, you know, and possibly this trade's going to go down where? Right here. This is where I just made that big line, right? This is where it topped out last time, where the resistance was, all this area. So don't you see what happened when that news came out today? It went down really fast. Where did it go to? It went back down to the other area that was the top last time, and then it hit that area and shot back up really fast. So this is called, you know, 40% of the strategy, the bounce strategy that I'm always using. There it is right there. So it hit this line right here again. Here we go. So that was the opening bell. It just hit the line and went down. And here it is. Here it is. That's 300. And sometimes when it gets finicky like that, like it doesn't want to like move fast enough, you can get out of the trade already. Here it is right here. This is like 350. All right. That's a good amount. It's a good amount. And today, this opening bell isn't even moving that fast. So you might want to get out right about here at a 300. So when it hits, you're already in the trade. You already got in. It already hit. And what we see is it's stalling out right here in the middle. This is called the simple moving average. And it keeps on hitting this and then stopping out. So you could have already had one trade right here at this 300 level, got out, and then when it goes back up, you could get in again, try to get this a couple times because it's moving fast, but it's just moving in this general area right here. Here it is, and it just busted out. And now it looks like it's trying to do their all new high, even a higher. So you can catch it up here. If you didn't get in yet, you might want to catch it up here to go down. But we see it stalling out like around here. It wants to go up. Let's look at the heat map and look at the last hour. Microsoft is the one that picked up. It went up 0.6. Amazon just in the last hour is up almost 2 boxes. So this looks like it's going to shoot to just an all new atmosphere. And it's shooting for the stars. When we seen it went down so fast right here and it started shooting back up, it's going to come back down to this area right here. And you might want to take this up from that area right here. You might want to get in at this green. If you did get it up here. Let's see. And gold should be going the other way. Gold should be going down. If the US30 is going up, gold should be going down. But gold is actually going up too. This is just all out blitz. The 100 companies went down really quick. Now that's going up. See, Bitcoin even shot up. Apple shot up. Amazon started up so high, it broke away. There was a big gap here, and it's still going up. Tesla's going down a little bit. It's kind of staying in this area. Walmart shot down and went back up really quick. This is good signs for our economy. It just is blowing up. This US30 is like, wow. It's up what? Since it started, it went down first 300. Now it went up almost. It'll be 1,000 if it keeps on going up just a little bit higher. So if you haven't got in yet, I would take this down right here. This is a good area to take it down, and only take it down to about right here because it needs to get back in the Bollinger Bands. You can't just keep on rocket shipping like this, but you would probably want to get out of this trade like right here if you got in right now, because this is definitely like throughout the day, it's going to be really high. So you want to get in again at a lower spot. That's why the bounce is called the bounce strategy, because it's like it's going to hit the ground and have to go back up really fast, right? But what we see is what I just went over. Let me show you again. Unless you just got in when I told you to right here, you know, go ahead and get out right now. Get out right now. Get out right now. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. If you got in right here where I just told you to, get out now. Don't stay in. It's going to probably come back up right here. You got enough money, you're good. Don't worry about it. Don't try to take it all the way back down. It might not go all the way back down. That's 500 pips. When I told you to take it right here, that's 500 pips. Get out. Don't worry about where it goes right now. Just get out. Because what we're going to do now is we're going to wait for it to come back down here, and then we're going to take it back up. We want this to come back down to this red line, and this time take it back up. So we got our money right here. We got 500. We got this little 300 right here, or you could have just stayed in. But hopefully you got that 300 that it went down the first minute of the market. It went back up, shot up, and hopefully you got out right there where I just told you to take it down right here, and you did good. And now don't worry about this drop right here. It's probably going to drop here and come back down to here, but we don't even want that money right there. We want just this part right here because you don't want to get stuck right here because it might get stuck and go back up from here. But that's not a good trade for you to take. It's not good for you to take this trade going up right here at this level. Don't take a trade right now. This is in the middle ground. Even though you don't see it in the middle of this area on the Bollinger Band, this is in the middle ground. Don't take a trade right now. Wait. Wait till where it comes down under this red line. Maybe it might come down to this area again, but take it at the red line or under for it to go back up. Okay, and so what just happened? It just broke through, and let's look at it from the time perspective, what we were looking at before, right? It basically is going to shoot down. This is the all-time high. This is what we're looking at right here. And so this is the breakout. This is called the breakout. What's the breakout? The breakout is this right here. When it goes up super fast, right? It means it broke through the last area. Like this area right here. These two candles right here are the breakthrough of this time frame before last week. This is the one 2 weeks ago, right? There's always this breakthrough right here where it breaks up to an all new high. That's what we're looking at right now. Now that breakthrough, we got the pullback. We got it up here. We got the pullback for $600 or 600 pips. We got that. But now look, if you're waiting for it to go all the way back down to where it started, don't do that. Take the trade, take the money where you're at, and just watch it go all the way back down to where it was. If it does go back down to where it was, you know that this is a breakout and you know it's going to continue to go up. So we want to take this trade like down here somewhere to go up now. We got our money already, though, from here to here, this red line. So if it goes down here, I'm going to call out for you guys to take the trade going up. And you're good. Let me erase. Some of these lines are from last week, so I'm going to erase some of them so you guys don't get confused on some of these lines. That was yesterday's line. And so this is where it was yesterday, and look where we're at today. All right, so now what are we looking at? We're looking at this is a good support right here for it to go up. We know this is like an area. It might go down to this green line right here, but this is another area. So anywhere in between this red line and the green line is where we want to catch this next trade to go up because it's breathing right now. But it might, you know, that's why I told you to get out right here. Why would I tell you to get out right here? Why didn't I tell you to get out down here? Because we don't know if it's going to really come back down to this area. We knew there was going to be a pullback. You know, we knew it was going to have to pull back. It couldn't just rocket ship out of outer space right here. So it did the pullback. We got our money that we wanted. That's good. But now you have to be very careful. You do not want to take a trade going down anymore. Don't take any sales right now. Because if you take a sell, you're not understanding what I just did. And you're going to probably lose money if you take another sell. So do not take another sell. We have to wait for it to get down here to take a buy. If you take a buy in this area right here, you know, somewhere around this red line, you're probably going to have to stay in that trade to the middle of the day to where it pops back up over this line right here. If you take the buy right here. But if you take the buy down here, when it comes back and breathes real quick, it'll probably pop back up out of here and get back to this red line somewhere over here. So that's why, you know, for trading in the morning, we just want to buy down in this little general area right here. All right, let's look around. Because this, to me, like just waiting on a trade to go one way or the other way to jump in the trade, like I would rather just put 44,922 for a buy. It's called a buy limit on the computer program, the broker. We put a buy limit in, and then it will just buy it right here, so we don't have to wait here and just because this is like watching paint dry. I can't do that. So let's look around at gold. Does anybody have any questions? Because we really dedicated time today to look at this US30. Here goes the line that we put yesterday that was going down. It hit this line again and started going down. So we already had that kind of mapped out. This is the 100 companies. And as we see, the 100 companies are going down, right? But the 30 is going up. So let's look at the 500 companies. The 500 companies actually went down also. So the 30 is going up, the 500 and the 100 are going down. That's a sign that the US30 should be going down also. That's a sign that the US30 should be going down also. But because of Apple went up so fast, now Apple went back down. Let's see where Amazon just full steam ahead. Like there's no stopping Amazon. Now, the one thing that, like if you have a whole lot of money, you want to buy Amazon during the holidays. Why? Because Amazon just came off of Black Friday, which they ran for the whole week last week, right? Then they did a Cyber Monday on Monday. Now that stuff doesn't even post till this week. So those earnings that they made last week aren't going to post to this week. And so this Amazon's going to shoot up this week because of Black Friday and because of Cyber Monday. And then guess what else? You know, Christmas is on the way. So people are all Christmas shopping now for all the deals. After Black Friday, Cyber Monday, they're still shopping. So Amazon's going to go up during this week, next week. You know, who else is going to go up? Walmart. Walmart's going to continue to go up. It shot up and then shot back down. The US30 should really not even be going up this fast right now. The US30 should be going down because look at the 100 companies are going down. Let's see, the 100 companies and the 500 companies both have went down since the opening bell, but US30 just shot up like crazy. Yeah. But see, you guys see who stayed in, and you could be honest, like if somebody's on here and they stayed in the trade and they didn't want to listen when I told them to get out right here, look what happened. It just kept on going back up. It stopped right here for us to give us some little money, but now you could have got back in the trade again up here when it just hit again. You could have got back in the trade for it to go back down to this red line, but that's a very peculiar trade, and you don't want to be in trades like that. You want to be in only good trades. You don't want to be in a lucky trade for stuff to be lucky. You want to be in a good trade. So you want it to come back down here and go up. Because now if you take this trade going back down, it might still pop up and get out of here. So just be very, very careful about this trade. Don't take this trade yet. We'll come back to this in a second. Let's look. Tesla went down. So all the big guys, individual stocks have went down. Even Walmart went down. So it's like, why is the US30? The US30 might collapse in a second because everything's going down but the US30. So let's see. US30 might collapse. Let's look around at some other stuff. We got a good sell right here from the bot. This is called Forex. This is the #1 trade in the world. So 90% of every trade in the world is this trade right here, the Euro versus USD. This is the #1 trade that is traded throughout any economy or anything like that. Let's look at the oil. Oil shot down really quick and just shot back up. Look at this big. Wow. Look at the bot right here. So if you just take the bot trade, you guys are going to be looking really good. Let's see here. Let's look at our crypto. This is Solana. So Solana went up really fast, opening bell, and now it's coming back down. Or that's Cardano. Solana has a sell signal on it. Shiba Inu is still trying to raise up. Dogecoin. I took my money out of Dogecoin. XRP. So XRP is still raising up. It's like consolidating. It's going up and down this little general area. We had a sell. It sold. Let's see. Let's see if they have Stellar on here. Let's look at Stellar. It's either XLM. Here it is. That's the market cap. We want the trade. Here it is. All right. Let's look at XLM. XLM shot up. Wow. Opening bell shot it up pretty good. And it's kind of plateaued. XLM's really good. Let's see. And here goes the NOS. Now, this is also important to look right here at the change. This is the change in the last 24 hours. So it's actually the 100 companies are up $90 in the last 24 hours. And then the 500 companies are up $15 in the last 24 hours. And we see that gold is up $8 in the last 24 hours. And where is US30? Got to go up a little bit. US30 is up $217 in the last 24 hours. And here it is again. It hit that top again where we had it. It looks like it's coming back down to what? That area where the red line is again. And it kind of shot back up. So this is in a breakout session. And do not want to trade this right now until it gets low enough. You want to trade it in this area. You can see that it consolidated here, started going up and down right here in this area. Up, down, up. So do not trade yet until it comes back down to this general area right here. And don't take a trade down just because I'm saying that to take a trade up here doesn't mean to take this trade down. Okay, because if you take this trade down right here, you might get stuck because it might not keep on coming down to this area. It might just break out. Does anybody have any questions?
Keep going.
Does anybody have any questions?
Yeah, actually, I'm good on my end.
Okay. Tam, how's it going, buddy? Pablo, how's it going, man? You got that one-on-one session, Pablo? I know you work a lot, brother, but let's get you in that one-on-one session. Here it comes.
Yeah. So you don't want to take a trade going down now.
No, because you can get stuck. It could pop back up.
Right.
See, this is it. It needs to come. Okay, this
Below
is
the
like
second red line.
this is some advanced stuff, but you got to know the wave and the energy of this trade, right? But this is something advanced. I'm gonna show you, and a lot of people has been trading with me for a while understand this, but. Okay, it pops out of this line right here. You see the top of this blue line?
Mm-hmm.
You see the bottom of this blue line, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's going to pop out of this top line and this bottom line only 5% of the time. So
Okay.
out of the whole trade, if we had 100% of this trade forever, it's only going to pop out underneath this blue line or over this blue line 5% of the time. So 95% of this trade is always going to have to be inside of the top blue line and the bottom blue line. It's been like that since the 80s. This guy Bollinger made this thing called the Bollinger Band. This is what it is. It's this middle line and then this top line and the bottom line. So 95. So look what happened. It went out of this line, right? 5%. And what happened? It shot right back in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now we're outside of this blue line right here. This is where the blue line is. It shot up out of here, and what happened? It had to come back in. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the 5%. And if you look, every time it tries to get out of that blue line, it has to come back in. It's always like that. It popped out right here, went back in really quick. Right? It popped out right here. This one, what? Took it right back in. It popped out, had to come back in. Right? It popped up here and came back down really fast. It popped out right here. You see this trade? Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Every time it pops out, it has to figure out how to get back in immediately. So it feels really comfortable like this, just staying in the middle of these lines. But whenever it pops out, it got to pop back in really quick. Somehow it has to work its way back in. Here it is right here. Popped out, right? So what does that mean? That means that we are almost for sure
Can predict that it's going to go up or down.
that it was going to come. When it came up here, I said, okay, we could get out around this area because the blue line was going to eventually get to this area right here. So it had to get back in. Now it's in because the blue line, you see the blue line is right here.
Mm-hmm.
You see this blue line? It's like right here.
Yep.
So it popped back in. Now it's inside the blue line. Now look, in a little bit, it'll be back outside of the blue line, but it can only be for 5% of all the time. Can it really be out on any different time? Here it is again. It popped out of the blue and look, it's working its way back in. That was for the half an hour. On the hour, it popped out of the hour and look, it already came back in on the hour. So you could bet your bottom dollar, like right here, we could have got it. It popped out of the blue line really quick, and we could have got it to go back down and get back in. Then it popped out down here and worked its way back up, right? This is a perfect example of what happened right here. On this candle, it went up out of the blue line, came back in, went under the blue line, came back in. That was in an hour worth of time. This is on the 4 hours. Look, it popped out on the 4 hour, came back in, came back in, came back in here. It's really amazing. The Bollinger Band is really amazing. And I did videos on him and about it's called the advanced indicators. It's in the back office. If you really like want to understand that, let me take you here. Let me go into the back office and show you, because this is going to help you guys all trade better to understand why we took that trade coming back in.
Would it be wise to use the bounce strategy if you're waiting for the candles to go outside of the Bollinger Bands or outside of the support, outside of the resistance? 5%, so
Yeah,
it's going to
so
come back
that's
down, it's going
it.
to come back in.
So we're always using the bounce strategy. That's the strategy that we're always going to use, right? But it's like, how are we using the bounce strategy? Because what we just did right now was more advanced, and you could have got stuck. If you didn't understand like what we were doing right there, you could have got stuck on that. But there's one video, where's it at? Right here. The last video that I posted in your back office is called Mastering Advanced Indicators and Stop Gaps for Smarter Trading. And I think this is like an hour video or something. Let's see, how long is it? Yeah, this is an hour and 30 minutes where I explain this to you, what I'm talking about right now. This is more an advanced session right here. This isn't like, for beginners might not be able to understand it, but once you watch the videos before, then you'll be able to understand that video. But what happened was it went out of the Bollinger Band, had to come back in really quick, right? But this, you could tell that since it broke out like this is going to be going up. This is definitely going to be going up. It's not like this is going to get down here somewhere. Like, now that it broke out of its all-time, this is the all-time high, and it kept on getting stuck right here. Now it broke out. Now it's going to push itself back in the Bollinger Band, and now it's going to do a steady one of these, steady incline. So if you do, let's say that you're a day trader. Now, what we're doing is scalping in the morning, and that means that we're in a trade for like 5 minutes to 15 to 30 minutes. That's it. And we're out and getting our money. Sometimes it's even faster. We might be in a trade for a minute or 5 minutes, But now, if you're a day trader, you could have already got in again. You could get in right now for it to go up if you're a day trader, because you're not going to put so much leverage and so much money on the trade. So instead of doing one lot, you probably will do, a half of a lot. And then you're going to say that you're going to stay in for the day, and you might get out of the trade in about 5 hours to like 15 hours. You'll get out of this trade when it's way up here, and you'll make really good money from day trading. That would be a better option on this, because it broke out and you want to catch it on the breakout when it comes back down, and know eventually that it's going to keep on going up. You see how, look at this right here. This is the top of the blue line right here. Look what it's doing. Like, it doesn't feel comfortable up here. It's outside the blue lines. So it wants to push back and be inside of this area down here.
Right.
Right. But eventually what's going to happen is this blue line doesn't stay right here this whole day. What the blue line does is it keeps on going up. Right. And when the trade goes down, the blue line starts going down right here. And then when the trade goes out of the blue line, then it starts pushing up really fast. So the blue line's trying to make the trade fit in here, and the trade's trying to get back inside of the blue lines. Because it's only 5% of the time will a trade be outside of this blue line. And that's the Bollinger Band. So, for today, if you guys want to learn, you could just go to Investopedia and you can read, like, what is the Bollinger Band? This guy made it in the 1980s, and trade's been doing the same thing that he did mathematically. Is just always happening. John Bollinger, this guy is a genius. Like, I read books about this guy. This guy right here is next level, because probably 25% of the bounce strategy that God gave me is based off of the Bollinger Band. It's like probably the number one indicator is the Bollinger Band. And so this is what you need to know. The Bollinger Band is super important. And then the second most important instrument that I use for my trading is called the Stochastic RSI. And that tells me if something's overbought or underbought. So when it's overbought, it's going to fall. Like right here, it was super overbought outside of these lines. It fell. It was undersold right here. It started going back up. So this is what we're always looking for. But now it's inside the blue line and it's stuck. It's not really moving that much. It's just like, I want to get under here, and it feels really good like that. But let's go back to Bollinger Band. So if you go to Bollinger Band, a technical analysis tool defined by a set of trend lines plotted 2 standard deviations positively and negative away from a simple moving average of a security's price, but which can be adjusted to user preferences. So it has the number one indicator of all time is this line right here. Every trader uses this line right here. This is called the simple moving average. Some people, all they do is use this middle line.
Okay.
Like, there's some traders, they don't need any other indicator. It's called like naked trading. Use this line right here, simple moving average, right? And this is what's predicting everything to happen. The simple moving average is like 100 days. The last 100 days, this is what the trade did, and it's telling us, what should be happening. Should it be over the line? If it's over the line right here, this determines the trend. If it's over the line, it's in an uptrend. If it's under this middle line, it's in a downtrend. So traders are going to usually trade with the trend. They're going to trade with the trend, unless they're doing some advanced trade where they're trying to get the pullback, the thing that we did this morning. We got the pullback, right? You're usually going to go with this trend line. So, yeah, that's what the Bollinger Band is. It's that line in the middle, and then everything is adjusted from that line. So how to trade with the Bollinger Band, it tells you guys. So stuff like this, like, I read this whole article, is nothing to me. Like, I'll spend hours a day reading different things, and I read the book on the guy. The guy is just a mad scientist. Oh, it's pushing. Okay, this is where we want it to be at, this green line. This is where we want to take it up.
Yep.
Beautiful. And look, it hit the green line, and what happened?
Started to rise.
Mm-hmm. It's a very, very unique thing that this that is doing right now. Let's go back to the heat map. Let's look. Amazon. Look at Amazon, 2.52 in the last hour. Wow. CRM 8. Yeah, this is a good trade to take going up for the rest of the day. Like if you're not in this trade, I would get in right now and just sit in this trade. It went right back where we wanted. There's a big support right here. A big, big, big support. So take it up. And I'll look at it later today and we'll see if it's up, up, up from here. Let's go up. And we want to get this trade. That's 80. Bollinger Band is 851.
So we could have took the sale at that one mark.
Yep, exactly. So if you did take the sell in the beginning, you're winning. Everything we did was winning. I took that off. Now we want the buy from up here. Yeah, this could have made a lot of people a lot of money. We took a sell from here to here. You could have got in the sell right here and got the $300 in the beginning, or you could have waited. Now you could get out this trade if you were in this trade from the beginning. And now it hit the line down here. We could have got back in already now for it to go back up right here. Yeah. Does anybody have any questions?
It's rising.
Boy, oh boy. Anybody get in that one? Stop playing. I can't believe the dang thing went out. That sucks. Wow.
Could have had money all.
Wow. Wow. Let's boy. Look at how he hit that line as soon as we put that line there. That's crazy. This is a pullback day out of this world. Man, United Healthcare. What in the world? Let me see some. Apple's up.
Look like Apple just woke up.
Yeah, Apple's going wild. Let's see. Apple. Let's see. Yeah, right where it was. I would probably get out of this trade like around this area right here and be done. Yeah, that's 700 more pips. You should have at least made about 1,200, 1,300 pips on this day. Let's see. You said Apple. Look at Apple. Apple is just killing it, man.
And woke up and shot up.
Yeah, they probably got the Apple phone or something going on. Look at Amazon. Amazon saying, boy, my reportings are good. Walmart said, come on. Come get some of that pumpkin pie on sale. Gotta clean the shelves off. Euro USD.
Wow.
Oil still dropping.
Crypto should be going up. The way that this market is looking, all crypto should be going up right now. Which one?
Oil, is it still shooting down?
Oil's just
Yeah.
going up and down the same general area. Bitcoin just shot up really fast.
Did you check precious metals?
I kind of got some Bitcoin. She making money. Let's see that. Yeah, look at Nas. Nas is going up. Remember it was going down?
Yep.
And I said when Nas is going down, right, and US30 is going up, that means that one is doing the wrong thing. So Nas just went up really fast. So this should be going up. The 500 still like mixed up signals, but yeah, this is going to go up. So if you did get in right here, you could stay in for the day or you could have got out already, but this is definitely going to be going up. Looks really good. All right, you guys, let's get on it. You guys have a good one. God bless you guys. Have a good day.
All right, good day. Thanks a lot for the class.
Yeah.
I want to do some one-on-ones.
Here
Here
we
we go. Let me get off my phone.